Hi, I'm Angie, and you're watching Dante's Vaccinated.
Tyson Fury UK promoter Frank Warren finally responds to the 70-year-old farmer allegations Foot of Tyson Fury bribing him in order to cover up for the UKADA failed drug test back in 2015. Frank Warren is a legendary promoter, and he's doing his legendary cover-up, doing his best trying to cover up for Tyson Fury, but I think it's all too late. Although that Hope Insurance covers all type of fuck-ups, excuse my language. However, that's the benefits you get when you have the complexion for the protection. So I'm not mad at Frank because Frank is doing his job. He's looking out for the sake of his pocket. He could care less what Tyson Fury did, because in Frank Warren's eyes, he don't see Tyson Fury cheating. All he sees is money the more Tyson Fury cheats, allegedly. Now, Aki is the type of investigator that let the criminal or even the defender talk as much as they like till they actually hang themselves. And Frank Warren basically hanged himself trying to defend Tyson Fury. He stated, and I quote, after speaking with Sun Sports, "This man wrote me a letter last October, full of errors, asking for money. I told him to clear off and take it up with UKADA anti-doping. Instead, he has clearly sold his story to a newspaper. Tyson has never ever met this man, and his story is total bullshit." End of the quote. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Warren hanged himself trying to defend Tyson Fury, and I'm going to explain why in a second. But he did not help Tyson Fury case. He made it worse by actually snitching on himself. And he told on himself, telling lies in order to defend Tyson Fury, which I'm extremely shocked at Frank slipping. Matter of fact, at falling this hard, telling on himself when he's very intelligent. However, he slipping, he falling, now he can't get up because Aki done busted him lying, trying to protect Tyson Fury. And like I told y'all for the 1,000th times, when you tell the truth, you don't have to remember the truth. But when you tell a lie, you have to remember the lie. And if you don't, you're going to end up telling 100 lies trying to cover up for that one lie. So Frank Warren, he insisted that Careful is lying. And he stated that he called UKADA to do a full investigation to clear Fury's name. And he stated, and I quote, "When I called him," he was referring to Careful, "he asked for money." Warren said, "I told him to clear off and get in contact with UKADA." End of the quote. Now, when I was doing my Aki investigations, reading this article, it was pretty biased trying to defend Tyson Fury, but I picked up on a thing or two, and I don't think I'm the most intelligent man in the world. However, even an amateur could pick this up. So for all of y'all decafs and Tyson Fury fans and Tyson Fury defenders that play deaf every time y'all hear the truth, I'm about to paint a perfect picture for y'all. And don't play Stevie Wonder on me like Professor Nims did on Split Decision previous episode. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the facts. But before we do so, just like Roger always loved to say, RIP to him, if you want to know some shit about boxing, subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media. Shout out to DBN for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. If you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show where our key is pound for pound #1, the past, present, and future. So click on the notification bell, subscribe, and let's go ahead and dive in straight to the facts. I just read 2 different quotes by Frank Warren. One quote, he claimed the farmer wrote him a letter full of errors, trying to bully him in order to pay him to keep it on the hush-hush. On the other hand, the other quote, Frank is claiming he called the farmer and the farmer tried to bully him in order to pay him some money. Now help me understand this so I don't misjudge Frank Warren. Did the farmer send you a letter full of errors, trying to bully you to pay him some money to shut up? Or did you call him and he tried to bully you over the phone? Which one is it? It's either or, because he basically said the same quote on 2 different occasions. However, he effed up because maybe he lied the first time he told the quote. So the second time he told it, it was slightly different. So like I said, which one is it? And let's say for Frank Warren's sake, let's say he's not lying. Let's say both occurred. If Frank Warren has a letter full of errors of this 70-year-old farmer basically trying to bully him to pay him $25K, oh, he a fool for that one, because it's case closed right there. Either or, either for Frank or for the farmer. If Frank is lying, then the farmer already won, just based on that quote. If Frank is telling the truth, the farmer done effed up. So either or, whoever did is a damn fool. And you don't even have to be a judge to figure that out. All it really takes is basic common sense. So are you smarter than the 5th grader? See, the difference between an animal and a human is that God, Allah, gave us a brain to think with. So since that's the case, I know my Aki family know where I'm coming from. However, all these decafs and old media, they want to play deaf. They want to play dumb. They want to pretend they don't speak any English anymore as soon as I bring up the facts. But you can hide from the truth, but you can never hide the truth. And every time Aki's on the mic, all I do is preach the truth. I don't even be out here reporting anymore. I be out here preaching. That's what the sport of boxing got me doing lately. So with the facts being laid out, y'all have to realize that UKADA wouldn't even reopen the case or even have the thought of reopening the case, let alone reopening it like they about to do, if what Frank Warren said is true. If he has a letter from this farmer full of errors trying to bully him into a corner. So it's obvious that Frank then effed up, because like I told y'all, when you tell the truth, you don't have to remember the truth. When you tell a lie, you have to remember that exact lie, even 10 years later. Because if you tell a slightly different lie, that's an eye-opener. And just to inform y'all, Frank Warren wasn't even the promoter when Tyson Fury failed the drug test back in 2015. He only signed Tyson Fury a couple years ago, I believe in 2018. So what the hell does Frank know? I know boxing in and out. And I never seen a fighter like Tyson Fury that has a promoter in the UK, such as Frank Warren, and then has another promoter in the United States, such as Bob Arum. That's unheard of. I never heard AJ looking for a new promoter as soon as he came to the United States. But Tyson Fury, on the other hand, man, that hope insurance is kicking in. But see, the difference between the UK and the United States, Bob Arum, he got old media covered over here. He don't have new media covered. We gonna speak the truth. But old media, he got them speechless. Not talking about a damn thing. Not the failed steroid drug test, nor the glove controversy. However, on the other hand, in the UK, it's slightly different. Frank is having a hard time trying to control things. he having a hard time trying to hide the truth from the public due to the fact that the UK media and the people in general are not as racist as the people in the United States. Over here, racism still exists. In the UK, they don't see no color, especially not as much. So let's go ahead and dissect this some more so we could counter all the points these decafs be making in old media. Frank Warren, of course, had more to say, where he stated, and I quote, "He chose not to speak to Yukata, but instead speak to a newspaper. How anybody could take this man seriously is beyond belief. Tyson has never met this man in his life. What a load of rubbish. We will leave this with Yukata to look into and don't expect it to go any further." After reading these ridiculous comments by Frank Warren, before I knock him out, make sure y'all watch the video I posted yesterday responding to the WBC defending Tyson Fury, the World Boxing Corruption Organization, as I knocked them out as well. However, I don't want to repeat them same points, so I'm going to leave the link for that video in the comment section below. So, since Frank Warren wasn't the promoter in 2015 when Tyson Fury failed the drug test, so we know he don't know a damn thing, let me inform y'all on some real information. The wild boar that allegedly this 70-year-old farmer supplied Tyson Fury with is so rare in the UK. And it's actually so rare that the 70-year-old farmer doesn't even own one wild boar. He don't even have one. So what the 70-year-old farmer had to do in order to provide these statements and footage of him with this wild boar is actually go to a different whole other farm to provide these pictures. But he never once owned a wild boar. And this is according to the 70-year-old farmer, and he stated he could prove it because he don't have none. And just to put icing on the cake, since Frank Warren is claiming this news is just a bunch of lies and it's fake news, why he went to the newspaper instead of Yukata, the reason why Yukata is reopening the case and Tyson Fury is facing an 8-year ban is because this 70-year-old farmer Carefoot name is on a dotted line on court papers when Yukata was battling Tyson Fury for the failed drug test back in 2015 when he failed for steroids. So it's silly for Frank Warren, a wise man like he is, to claim such a false statements, because them statements don't even make sense. The only reason Yukata is reopening the case, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, is because the 70-year-old farmer Carefoot, his name is on dotted lines on court papers when Tyson Fury was battling Yukata. So with that being stated, how did his name get there if he's lying? Apparently he is telling the truth. And why is he clout chasing now? And if he's lying, he could go to jail or lose a lot of money. So what Frank Warren doesn't make any logical sense. However, what makes a lot of dollars is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua in the UK. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder trilogy match. And if Tyson Fury get banned from the sport, they're going to lose a lot of dollars. So does that make sense to y'all fans? This is why Tyson Fury is about to get away with it, and because he has the complexion for the protection. And his Hope insurance, since he a fighter on the Hope list, it covers all type of F-ups. His insurance is better than Geico, ladies and gentlemen. So this is why Tyson Fury haven't got busted for the glove situation, or the commission haven't blamed him guilty for that or opened the case. And the same reason why Tyson Fury might actually get away with all these allegations and all these hard evidence and a witness. There's a witness, ladies and gentlemen. There's pictures of Tyson Fury tampering with his gloves. There's witnesses. And Tyson Fury still gets away with doing the crime. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because he has the complexion for the protection. I told y'all that on more than one occasion. When you have the WBC, the World Boxing Corruption Organization, backing him up, The same organization that increased the computer roll limit and forgave Canelo Alvarez of any wrongdoing. And last but not least, this week alone, Jimenez is a perfect example. She failed both the A and B sample, where she tested positive for steroids. However, the WBC is standing by her and claiming she our champion, just like they did for Tyson Fury. Even though she failed both the A and B sample, and the WBO already stripped her of the belt, return it to the real champion, the champion of the people that didn't cheat. However, the WBC is choosing to stand by this cheater Jimenez even after she got busted, and there's proof. Ride or die till the ship sinks. They're gonna ride for Jimenez. That's why the WBC, if you Google it, it stands for the World Boxing Corruption Organization. So it ain't a surprise. So that's just the icing on the cake. And before I leave, I'm going to leave y'all with a 70-year-old farmer quotes, because he stated he don't want to die guilty. And they want to accuse this man of lying now. If he lied now, he lied then, right? So, like I said, either way you put it, you can't justify Tyson Fury cheating on more than one occasion. Let's not pretend that Tyson Fury never cheated in the past. On more than one occasion, tampering with glove where Mark McDonald busted him. Another referee said he the dirtiest fighter he ever refereed, and he got busted for steroids in the past. But he has the complexion for the protection. So his Hope Insurance cover all type of F-ups. So with all the facts being laid out, the 70-year-old farmer Carefoot came out stating that I went along with them because I suppose in my own way, I was just helping them out. I feel sick of the lies and deceit, and the public need to know the truth. End of the quote. As I told y'all, the farmer feel guilty of his wrongdoing. Can you blame him? We all make mistakes. And Tyson Fury, that goes for him as well. We all make mistakes, nobody perfect. However, when you cheat in a sport where you're harming your opponent, then lie about it and paying someone in order to lie in court, and then cheat on another occasion and do it differently, that kind of co-signed the quote, once a cheater, you will always be a cheater. So with that being stated, drop your comments below. And like I always tell y'all, if you want to know some shit about boxing, just like Roger always loved to say, RIP to him, subscribe below. If you want to get smarter by the minute, if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media. Shout out to DBN for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. If you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post, or go live on Split Decision. It's my boxing debate / talk show where Aki is pound for pound #1 when it comes to debate. So call in, tune in. I'm the past, present, and future pound for pound. So if you even dream about disagreeing with me or proving me wrong and handing me a L, you better wake up and apologize on Split Decision, because if I had a lower IQ, I could have enjoyed y'all conversation. But unfortunately, I got a higher IQ. I speak with facts. I kick my emotion aside and speak with logic. So when you come at me with your emotional opinion, I'll pimp slap it with facts. So follow my man Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. If a picture says 1,000 words, his picture says 1,000,000 words. Follow him on IG and keep it a G. That's my broski. Follow me too at Aki TV. I will leave all these links in the description box below. Cop the Aki merch while y'all at it if you want to be dripped up like the Aki B. Aki stand for my brother in Arabic. This is the Boxing Brotherhood. So welcome to it, and to be continue on the next episode of Aki TV. Peace, and we out here.
With that being said, it's only one more thing to say. If any of you guys out there are looking to grow your new YouTube channel or your existing YouTube channel, you want to get some new subscribers, go ahead and contact me at DantesBoxingNation@gmail.com. If there's a website you want to promote or something you're trying to sell, or you just want to get your name out there, anything it is, contact me at DantesBoxingNation@gmail.com. Now, while I'm talking about that, I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to my man's YouTube channel, Nate Drink One. He has a great new YouTube channel. He does a podcast, really good podcast with a full panel. So seriously, guys, go over there and show that support. It don't take nothing but a second to just go over there and click on that subscribe button. It's called A Drink of Wisdom. And what I really like about it is it has a little bit of an ESPN type of feel to it. Like I said, it's a new channel for my man Nate, so let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll leave you guys with a clip of his actual podcast show. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Brief period of deliberation, Deontay Wilder has exercised his rematch option with Tyson Fury officially. The fight is scheduled to take place July 18th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The decision came just days after his loss, with Wilder seemingly thinking bad luck and circumstance had played a role in his loss last time. Fury will take the rematch, and it may be one of the last fights we see the Gypsy King in. So Drake, let's start with you, man. Is Wilder making a mistake by taking this rematch with Fury this soon?
Before I get to the answer of that question, two things I want to hit on about that first and second match. It's been brought out that the Nevada Commission, PBC, Top Rank, they're waiting on a B sample from Tyson Fury from the second fight. Evidently, something was wrong with his A sample, so they have to confirm it with the B sample. If what's being said is true, then we're talking a whole nother scenario here.